So just to get this out of the way, I find the mere concept of color of the year incredibly stupid, but it takes a particularly special brand of stupid to then get offended over such an absurd concept. And well, you're not going to find a more special brand of stupid than when dealing with the terminally offended far left, especially white liberal women. Uh, Cosmetic conglomerate Pantone unveiled its annual Color of the Year for 2026 recently. And believe it or not, after next year's top color was deemed Cloud Dancer. Uh, to this inartistic writer, it just looks like a slightly muddled shade of white. And that's about where I'd stop thinking about something so frivolous. Oh, but not the far left. As the UK's Daily Mail reported, woke liberals are slamming Pantone's Color of the Year, labeling it as racist and my favorite, tone deaf. I am the most tone deaf person you'll ever meet, by the way, in liberal land. I intentionally tone out the deaf. Does that make sense? Anyway, of course, they're melting down, and it's frankly just exhausting. One Instagram critic claimed that this color choice unintentionally aligns with cultural and political symbolisms that many of us find deeply troubling. Others dredged up actress Sydney Sweeney, who was involved in her own ridiculous controversy over some jeans ads. There's just no other way to say this. These people need lives. They need to touch the grass. They need to go experience what the real world is like. Because let me tell you, people dealing with real issues, health, finance, work, they don't have time to care about getting riled up over something as benign as a makeup company's favorite color. This whole meltdown is even dumber when you realize a few key facts. First, and pretty importantly, those accusing Pantone of being racist are tactically accusing a black woman of running a racist company. Sky Kelly, the president of Pantone, is a black woman. It seems aggressively unlikely that anti black racism was somehow at the forefront of her thought if she signed off on the color choice in the first place. As mentioned above, Kelly has real issues like running a massive corporation to worry about instead of a perceived racial slight. Second guess what Pantone's color of the year was for 2025. Mocha Mousse, a decidedly shiny shade of brown. Notice how white conservatives didn't cry much racism after that one. And if you dig a little further, the year before that, the color of the year was peach fuzz. Yet nobody who struggles to grow a beard threw a hissy fit over it. The year before that, it was Viva Magenta. And I can't even think of a witty follow up here because the outrage cycle is so low IQ. Lastly, there is something to be said about casting a particularly scrutinizing eye on major corporations in 2025 and beyond. And that's especially true if those companies are engaged in political contributions or trying to wield influence. Here's the thing, Pantone isn't all that political. To paraphrase Michael Jordan, surely Republicans buy makeup too. So they're a makeup company, not a paint company. My bad. According to Open Secrets, Pantone employees donated less than $500 for Kamala Harris' doomed presidential bid. The company itself donated zilch and put zero money into lobbying. Again, I seriously doubt a company that came closest to supporting Kamala Harris is out here trying to promote white supremacy. These cries of racism are just so indefensibly dumb. In fact, it's somehow even dumber by an exponential margin than the concept of color of the year. And that's saying something. Guys, the left is so broken. They're not serious people. When I'm gonna tell you straight up, I've never been involved in domestic violence. I've been involved in it. I dated somebody who went to jail twice for domestic violence. She was a very violent female in my 20s. But I've never have physically struck anybody, never shook them to death, never anything, because I understand the consequences, the repercussions of such actions, and I don't want to lose my gun rights over something so frivolous. But I'm being serious here. If I ever walked in the house and whomever I was with tried to explain to me, Clay, I can't wear Pantone anymore. They're racist. Why are they racist? Their color of the year. It would just reflexively, it would just happen. I don't even know. I mean, what just happened? Did I slap you? I didn't even know I did it. What were you saying? Pantone's racist color. That has to be the most ridiculous. I mean, if your wife has uttered anything like that, you, my friend, have low testosterone and you are not pleasing her enough in the bedroom. If she has time to worry about a makeup company's color of the year, the shade they chose is racist, you have failed as a husband. You have failed. She doesn't have enough chores. She ain't getting business handled in the bedroom. Of course, I wouldn't want to do that either. She's not somebody that I would find myself sexually attracted to want to have to do that if she utters words like that. I don't care how hot she is. My goodness. Men do better. Men do better. Do not let your wives have so much free time that they have decided that shades of makeup are now racist. If this asteroid doesn't hit us soon, we need a hard reset around here. We need some type of apocalyptic event. We've gotten so soft. I mean, did people in the 1940s worry about this kind of stuff? Or were they worried about real Nazis? Seriously. I mean, I know we had Democrat, socialist, and communist and all that running around America, back in the 40s. But were they worried about stuff like this? Like, what was the most asinine thing that liberals were worried about in the 40s? We may do a little research on that. I'm being serious here. Guns and Gear text line, 769-241-1944. Phone line, 601-879-0002. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.